Alright, so I've wanted to go over this with you guys for a while. One of the reasons that I haven't bought the cooler, you can see I'm in second gear locked right now. So obviously it's going to unlock once we get low. I put it in second manual. I'm going to show you guys here basically what the truck does and why. One of the reasons I haven't bought the cooler yet, because I'm trying to figure out some things. We're trying to do some diagnostics. So it's in first right now. Now we're in second. Second lock, it claims. Let me, I'm gonna put it, I wanna do third gear lock. All right, so you can see right now, if I let off the accelerator, it's in third gear lock. Now, here's the issue. Go to give it throttle. It slips, you can see that. Now this is in fourth, there you go. Now it's really locked. If I let off, see how the RPM, oh no, that's fourth gear lock. So that's fourth gear lock. So the converter, and you can see when it's locked. See right there, it just locked. But if I go to give it throttle, there's that slip. So what I'm noticing, and this is at highway speeds too. So when the converter, like you can feel it lock and everything. When you're on decel, it's locked, it's fine. You go to give it throttle and there's always that 300 to 400 RPMs. Like I'm in third gear lock right now. And I'll go to give it throttle. That's a lot more than, you know, a little bit, a couple RPMs, but when we're on the highway, that's what it does. So we do have a torque converter code. I don't know if it's a sensor. I don't know, like there's so much that goes along with it. I know the diagnostic process, but the problem is for me to do it, it's probably gonna take me an entire day of diagnosing. We gotta pull the pan off. We gotta put pressures to it. Like there's a whole diagnostic sequence. It's about 10. So we're here, we're gonna be working on the second gen today. We're waiting on parts for the 15 that we have. We're also, I think he's ordering gauges, like I said in the previous video, I'm not sure. But I would like to get these Alcoas off at a bare minimal today and get the power steering fixed so the truck at least runs and drives fine. So that's kind of the goal today. I don't think anyone's in here, but you guys see the issue and the dilemma that I am having. As I was saying, there is a whole diagnostic process to it. I can show you guys the code that I got, read DTCs. So there's two things that I could really think about doing with this. Is one, which one was it? That's a fog lamp. That's, so P1740 torque convert, TCC, or overdrive solenoid performance. So I could either spend an entire day figuring out what it is and then go through and buy the parts. Two, I could go and pay a transmission shop, take care of it, and actually do a diagnosis on the process, do a diagnostic on it, and if it's not a torque converter, go ahead, fix the problem, do the tranny flush, do all that shit. Or three, we could just go get a built transmission. Now, even if I go get a new cooler, I will say yes, it probably will help a lot. I should get the cooler. We're also going to be ordering parts for the delete of the heat exchanger, so I have the parts all like that. That's the easy part. So we also got to order lines. So just for the cooler and the lines alone, it's about $800. That'll get rid of the cooler. We can also put plugs on both sides so we can get rid of the line that goes behind into the cooler for the coolant side. So that'll take care of that. Then on the transmission side, so we're into it, let's say about $900 for parts and shipping for the cooler, the trans lines, and the delete. And then we need to worry about fixing the transmission itself. So that's kind of where we're at. So as you guys saw, that's what this beauty is going to be for. So hopefully I can make a little bit of money off of it, and we can use the money from this to fix the parts of this, because everything's slow right now with not having the shop. I can get in there, but there's no room. So like I said, we're still waiting on an eviction and rezoning on the other shop, on the other property. Once we're in, it's going to be full bore. We are going to be booking stuff left and right. But unfortunately, right now, I have to be as stingy as possible with what I do have. So I got super lucky, and he had the cap in the back. So what we're going to be doing is getting the wheels and tires off of this, because they are for sale. So I'm going to go get these cleaned up, nice and polished. Trying to get $1,000 for these, because when I was trying to buy them, and they have decent tires on them. So when I was trying to buy a set of these, like everybody wanted an arm and a leg. Like I saw one post today for like $3,500. So this $1,000, we're going to be reinvesting that truck back, for that money back into the truck. So that'll go to fix the front suspension. If there is anything, I haven't checked it out. I do think we need some parts. I don't think it's perfect. So we'll take care of all that. And then that'll get it running and driving comfortably. And then we can start working on some of the other stuff, which I can't remember what some of the issues were, but I want to see if that tire back here, I wonder, looking at that, I wonder if that would hold even a little bit of air just to kind of like give it a roller, but I don't know. So this tire here was full of water. I went to pick it up, I'm like, man, that fucker's heavy. Gee, I wonder. So still I'm gonna attempt, I know no promises on that, but I'm gonna attempt to put some air in this just to, not today, I don't think it's gonna work out today, but like just to get it on the truck. I doubt it's gonna hold, I don't think it's gonna hold, but you never know, so you'd be surprised with some of this shit. So over here, these tires were really rammed on there. So it is thundering as well, so might get some lightning here at some point, but I'm trying to get this off. I got a small gap at the bottom. I got the two off. These things are very clean, but I would like to get these things sold just to kind of be able to throw some more suspension money at this. And then, so these will pretty much pay to get everything fixed, which is kind of what I like. So I'm going to take these in the back of the truck and then throw them to the car wash. Alright, so while we let this drain, it's going to be a hot minute. I got the other one up here. I got the other two thrown in the bed. So, degrease those. Just need to get these two. So realistically, I don't plan on doing much to this thing today, but I would like to at least get some power steering fluid in it and bleed. The whole point of this was to get the wheels off, throw the old ones on, and power steering while I had the jack out. But unfortunately, it decides it wants to rain. On top of it raining, thundering, so whatever. I'm gonna do what I can do. If I have to, I'll just come back tomorrow. There's a hole right there. Everybody wants this mint. Apparently all this stuff comes off too, so you don't have to keep any of that stuff. Keep chugging away in the rain. Got my gloves on too, so we're not getting dirty. So it started really pouring, and unfortunately it's gonna be like that all day. So we're just gonna let that thing sit on the jack. I got the tools that I didn't want to open the box. So we'll call it at that. There we go. I had to fix this last night too because it came loose a little bit and it wouldn't engage. So now I gotta back out of this mess. We'll be back tomorrow though. You guys will see that it does attempt to lock. Wait for it. It's in fourth right now. There's locked. If I let off, you can see. But if I give it throttle, like that's a good 650 RPM difference right there in lockup. When I first got the truck, it was doing that, but I initially thought that that's just what a stock 48RE did. Apparently that's not right, because my built 48RE used to lock up hard. Like it would just slam you in and it would lock. I don't know. You can see how shitty the weather is out here today as well. So, but it's little things. We'll get it going. It's not a big deal. It's just little things. Anything that has been done to it so far, like any of the oil leaks that I've fixed, that's all taken care of. We will end up replacing the valve cover gasket at some point as well. You know, little odds and ends, but you guys, that's what I'm dealing with right there. And someone else mentioned to me, it could be the torque converter that failed as well. So rather than just ordering the parts to replace it, the solenoid or the sensor or any of that shit, there's more to it than just parts replacing. You have to actually go through and do a diagnosis. All right, so pretty much every day, oh, there's a car coming. I do this to it, you know, like I'm always like, and that's the other thing too, like guys, I beat the shit out of this truck, like all the time. Like if there's a corner or something, I'll show you another one, but like, let's just, you know, just test out the truck, see how it runs, you know, make sure all the problems I've fixed aren't gonna be any bigger, and just ultimately having a good time with it. I don't know. I want you guys to keep in mind, this was a very neglected truck before I got it. So I don't know. I like doing that. It's kind of fun. It sounds good. It'll probably sound a lot better when I can get the converter to lock up. I thought about putting my own manual lockup switch on it. I had one on my last truck and it was great because you can lock second and first. So I think I might end up doing that on this and seeing if that locks the converter. If it does, we know it's maybe a sensor. If it does not, then, well, we know we have some other issues. All right, so it's cold outside. It's like 39. I guess it's not that bad for you Canadians. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take and finish this up. I couldn't get the wheels and tires yesterday. It started pouring, so I'm gonna take these. These are already sold. Truck is, I'll make a video on that next video. I'm gonna grab my gloves. We're gonna start taking tires off. We have wheels and tires for that coming. I have a few sets actually coming. And yeah, so we need to fix the power steering so that I can at least move it. And then we'll pull that up because that does have four-wheel drive, so I'm able to back it out in 4-low. And then we'll take that, put that in the shop, put that in front of it. All right, we finally got this side off. So what ended up working really well actually is this pry bar here. I took it and kind of like tried to shove it in the face of the wheel, and it worked very, very well. There's the strap. Keep that out. So we have 3, and I see why you guys like these Alcoas. Dude, these things are light as shit. Like extremely light. So thanks to Louie for taking these. He also has a set. I have 4 of these. 3 steel wheels going with it. So for the wheels, like I said, I was asking $1,000. They went. So many people were asking for them because I sold them way under what a lot of other guys were asking. Like I've seen these wheels go for like $3,500. So just trying to get stuff moving. I'm not trying to make a killer profit on all this stuff, but that makes one step easier. I'm gonna grab. Oh, yeah, that's definitely not going to hold. Is that? Oh, he broke both of them. I didn't even see this. Cool. So, I guess, yeah, I guess I'll just put the flat on the back. I didn't realize he broke both wheels. You don't see that on the other side. But, whatever. Like I said, we have a set of 4th gen wheels coming on this. And, unfortunately, I'm just going to say it in this video. The truck is sold. It didn't last 3.5 hours from the time that I posted the video. So we are still going to do all the content with it. We're going to be fixing the front end. We're going to be doing some power mods to it. Just enough. I think it's a stock tranny, so I'm not going to put like a ton of power to it. But like, we're going to make it a lot better than it is now. So maybe a 10 plate. We're going to be fixing the fuel tank strap and power steering, front suspension, all that. And then he did ask me about doing a 5-inch lift, so you guys will see that as well. He's sending me a set of wheels and tires on top of the wheels and tires that I got. So this truck will be going out to Indiana. And then since you guys liked this thing so much, I was fairly overwhelmed by all the support. I'll buy another one. Don't worry, I will buy another one. It'll probably sell just as fast, but I will buy another one. So you guys seem to like these 12-valve trucks, so I'll do it again. Threw this tire down. Like, look at all that water. This whole thing. Ugh. So we're trying over here. We got the second set up. I'll show you what the first side looks like. So she's a little flat. Obviously no air in it whatsoever, but this is what she looks like. These Dick C-Pecs. So these were rears. You can see all the scratches and damages on them. So these were the rear wheels. So he ended up taking the rears and putting them on the front, and then took the dually wheels and put them on the back. I like the weird little skull things in these. I had a buddy that was running these a while back, but these are 315/70 17s. So, I mean, they're a little worn, like this one here. You can see that that was a front. So, like I said, we just need to get this side off, and then I'll start working on the power steering, and I'll be able to put the front end up in the air and say what we need. All right, so as expected, I pulled this off the power steering, and it's bone dry. Kind of figured. You can see down in there, there's no fluid. So we did get the other side on. So I can tell you now, I was gonna try to see if I could have made it hold air, just for shits and giggles. But since the other side is definitely broken and has a big hole in it, we're not even gonna try that. I'm gonna let it sit here until my dad brings the other wheels. So we're gonna put 4 wheels and tires on this. And then when the new stuff comes in, we'll throw the new owner's wheels and tires on it. But in the meantime, power steering will at least allow me to move this truck. And I figured, you know, I saw that there was new coolers put on the front, like all that stuff. My thinking was they probably just didn't bleed it because they just fixed everything. Like I said, I mean, you can see all the brand new parts on here, radiator, like all this stuff's brand new, minus the intercooler. I don't know if he just went and got a used one or what, but you guys will see like a couple of new things in here. So I just kind of assumed. So I don't see power steering cooler. I don't know if this has one, or I'd assume. See, I think this was I thought this was the transmission cooler, because here's the AC condenser. So I don't know. I don't even know if this has one, but I'm gonna fill it up and get her bled out. Now, what kind of monster would I be if I didn't let you guys hear it fire up? But we need an upper ball joint, so that's for one. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but I can see it. So I'm gonna get it fired up. Not able to keep the stick shift lever, but she fires right up. Now, she does idle a little low, just for now. Good oil pressure. Once it warms up, RPMs come up. So my goal is basically turn the wheel 100 times. So I'm gonna turn the camera off and do that and get the power steering bled out. All right, so here we go. She has power steering again, but the front suspension is binding. So I'm gonna have to order some parts. That's gonna come first, so the parts will be for tonight. So I am going to grab, previous owner said the key was stuck in the ignition. It's just the shifter. So not a big deal. But yeah, the intercooler and boots and pipes will all be in for that tonight, which means I'll be able to fix it tomorrow for him, take it, go get a bath. But as you can see with the wheel straight, you can see this tire, and then you can see this tire. So they are bowed out a little bit like a Chevy. So a lot of this stuff is gonna get replaced. I'm gonna do probably the track bar, definitely the drag link, but we're gonna do the whole drag link. Track bar needs ball joints, so, or tightened up, I'm not sure. I'll have to see when I get it up in the air, but like I said, that's one thing checked off the box. Put the power steering cap back on. Yeah, there was nothing in it. If you guys, I want to hear your thoughts on this too. So the new owner said about starting a channel as well. Would you guys like to see this truck actually get worked on and get used? Because he did say something about using it for hot shot down the road, but in the meantime, as a daily driver, 5-inch lift, stuff like that, which I'll do the lift, not a problem. Let me know if this is something you would like to see, because this thing is a gem for what it is. I mean, it's got its little spots here and there, you know, little holes, but it's not completely rotted. It's just little rust spots on the body, which is typical for a Northeastern truck. But You know, I think this thing will look pretty sick. I will say, and by the way, I really hate all of these trucks, minus the 06 to 09s. I really like the 06 to 09s. I liked my 12, but I hated the interior, and an interior is a big thing to me. So I like the second gens more than I like the 03 to 05 third gens. And I hate the 03 to 05 third gen, so I really don't like these either. There was one on Marketplace I saw. It had the nice big bumper on it, and it had big wheels and tires. It looked good, I will say that. I was going to offer him money on it, but unfortunately he said the wheels and tires and the bumper don't come with it, and that's the whole package I wanted. Wheels and tires are a big thing to me. I like, you guys call it the Hot Wheels style. I like this style. I will not part with these wheels unless I were to go buy different wheels and tires, but I really do like the 22x12s. It took me a minute to grow on them, but this is my style right here. If we did a build like this, on something like this, this just needs a ranch hand bumper. I'm looking, trying hard. Let me know if anybody has a ranch hand bumper, especially in white. I should never have gotten rid of the one that I sold to Anthony. Maybe I'll try to buy it back from him, but I really want a ranch hand bumper with a winch plate with the front hitch. You guys saw, I got them a lot cleaner than what they could have been. So 15 bucks well spent. Unfortunately, copyright music in here. You can tell which ones are inners, outers. These obviously are outers, so you can see all the brake dust. I can't get all of it perfect. I tried, but can only do so much. So for 15 bucks, the other side looks immaculate. So we're gonna call it there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, and you need some work done, give me a call or give me a text or check out my website, cpstevemiller.com. Go check out Mudflap. Seriously, sign up for that. Save some friggin' money. You get 10 bucks on your second purchase as well. So enjoy that. See you in the next video. Later.